Bridge on the Oakland side, Oakland, California. This is a live look. Look at that. Traffic has come to a halt as police officers in riot gear are responding. Protesters waving flags, and they have painted the bridge in some support of Palestinians, anti-Israel. Sean Duffy, co-host of the Blocked Party Bridge on the Oakland side, Oakland, California. This is a live look. Look at that. Traffic has come to a halt as police officers in riot gear are responding. Protesters waving flags.
All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who wrote well and all learned this truth from. Salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth in all sincerity and diligence, risking your lives and freedoms to do so. And shalom to the rest of the elect, as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. All right, this is your brother Chagabar going into a prophecy update concerning what? Uproars of the people. Okay, uproars of the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Which we know this is a sign of the times. Okay, this is a sign of the end of the world. You know, the end of this age, because you have uproars. All right, protests and different riots and things going on all across the world. All right. And scriptures told us this would be a clear indicator that we're at the end. You know, we're at the end of this thing. You got anti-Israel protesters block the Golden Gate Bridge, which apparently, looking at some of these other videos, okay, this particular video looks to be from November of last year, so that's why I didn't play it. But nonetheless,
and we want
essentially they're doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They want the war over there to cease. They want it to stop. But the whole time, you know, this is, Palestine dealing with Hamas, but you also have, you know, Israel, all right, at odds with Hezbollah, okay, the Houthis. Okay, so, you know, it's a whole lot more Iranian groups and proxies that, are at war with Israel right now, man. And as we all know, you know, as of the last, as of yesterday, I believe, the day before, but, you know, Iran went out and they went on and launched their retaliation strike against Israel. So I believe this is the first time ever, you know, that Iran has directly launched an attack on Israel. Okay, not speaking of their proxies and nothing like that, like a direct attack. Now, the information has come out that the U.S. has had to help Israel intercept all of those drone attacks. It was drones or missiles. I forget exactly what. It was hundreds of them, but the U.S. had, you know, interfered and they helped to intercept a lot of those missiles. Okay, because if not, it would have likely overwhelmed that Iron Dome defense or that Iron Dome system. You see, so, you know, you can expect more protests, more uproars, more of these things, because now the fact that Israel and Iran has directly clashed up, you know, this is really about to bring it full circle. Okay, now, you know, we looking at watching, you know, is Israel going to, you know, retaliate, which, you know, the U.S. has warned them not to. You see what I'm saying? Being, you know, some cowardly shit. You know, the U.S. has warned them not to retaliate, and, you know, all these things. You got diplomat, you know, a lot of politics and shit going on right now. But, you know, we're at the end of the world, man. I had this, I'm going to grab the preset, but I have this global protest tracker, which these are uproars. It says a one-stop source for following crucial trends in the most significant anti-government protests worldwide since 2017. All right. And when I seen it, you know, the fact that it's since 2017, okay, all these protests or whatnot, well, you know, that's when we had that solar eclipse, that total solar eclipse. All right. That total solar eclipse, which pretty much brought about another changing point. Okay. Because 3 days after that, or not 3 days, Salakia, 3 years after that, the world shut down. So all of these protests, it says 258 significant economic anti-government protests have occurred since 2017. Significant anti-government, or Salakia, significant economic anti-government protests have occurred since 2017, man. So these people are in a process of looking to overthrow these governments. All right. And when you look at this map, I mean, South America, Central America, Africa. I mean, Africa is going crazy over there, man. You got a whole lot of shit taking place, man. Coup d'etats, really everywhere across the world. I mean, you see it. Look at Europe. I mean, Europe is flooded with these protests. All right. Asia. I mean, so, this is an indicator. Like, make no mistake, this is something that, the Most High said would be happening at the end of this age. You got active protests, you could just go down the line and, a lot of these protests, again, like it says, 258 of them are significant economic anti-government protests have occurred since 2017. Yeah, but largely due to what? Inflation, okay, the job market, wages, and, pretty much just a lot of tyranny and hell that's been put on the people is causing people what? To fight back. Okay, different, domestic social issues. People are fed up. Now let's grab this because this is a sign of the end of this shit, man. Right. 2nd Ezra chapter 9:1, it says, he answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay, so the fact that you see all of these uproars all across the world, the earthquakes, tsunamis, I mean, just devastating natural disasters, man. Like, we just had the earthquake in New York, like a 4.7. Okay, the record-breaking one they ain't had, all right, in over 100 some odd years. You had an earthquake in Taiwan that was like a 7 point, some magnitude 7 something, and then one in Japan followed right after that. So earthquakes, all right, uproars of the people around the world. All right, and these are just two signs, but you see these things are clear. All right, and we know there's many other signs that's showing us we're at the end of this shit. The river Euphrates drying up. Everything Yahweh Shah warned us about in Matthew the 24th chapter. Okay, nation against nation, people against people. Right, when you is a civil war. When you look at the Red Sea region right now, the so-called Middle East, you'll see and understand that pretty much all these major nations, they have war vessels in them waters, man. Okay, everybody is pretty much gathering up, all right, for the purpose to go ahead and get this World War III fully cracking, which, again, it's pretty much already started. I mean, the fact that this is major news that Iran has directly struck Israel for the first time ever. You know what I'm saying? So, this is all going into prophecy, man. Okay, because we know the Most High said that's where that war would kick off. Okay. Right. It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, man. So the end of the world is manifest. This is the time wherein we're about to see a lot of destructive chaos, hell breaking loose. That's why the bridges been getting blown up. They cutting off transportation routes. They fucking up the food supply. Iran has threatened that, look, man, if shit don't stop over there, if Israel don't stop with their assault, they're liable to Strait of Hormuz, Salakia, to cut off, everything going in and out of that Strait of Hormuz, which we know that would directly cause the price of oil to skyrocket. I mean, the price of oil is going to skyrocket anyways because the same, countries that Israel, is warned against are the ones with the oil, man. You know what I'm saying? And we know that pretty much, the Saudis is pretty much the last defense that America has, man. It's like their last, real kind of ally over there. But even them, they're gonna pretty much side and link up with their peoples, man. Okay, because they got to do what's best for their interests. That's why they're a part of BRICS. And if you understand, BRICS is what about de-dollarizing and moving the nations away from their reliance on the U.S., man. So, this is going to cause this place to topple. This place is toppling, man. And, protests and riots and these things are going to get a lot more violent. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to slow down. Like, we could really see a whole lot of shit spark off this summer. Again, they created the scenario for a civil war. They got the migrants that have flooded over here, all type of sleeper cells. Which let's grab this because, those sleeper cells are here for a reason, man. Right. This is, what's that? Jeremiah 51. Give me one moment. Okay. Give me one moment. So the Most High's had all these, these anti-American people flood into this place. This is Jeremiah 51:1. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind." Okay. A destroying wind, destruction. It says, "And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about." So a fan, it seeks to increase the wind. So all these foreign troops, the sleeper cells, man, that's over here, they're gonna be destroying this place, man. You're gonna have different 9/11 attacks and different terrorist attacks. They might try to call it a black swan or whatever the case, but these people they're furious, man. Make no mistake, they're infuriated in the fact that they don't see anything being done to stop the violence that's taking place over there. They're gonna start taking out on you people, man. These governments and shit. Now, this is not what I wanted to grab, but let's grab this. Is it's a lot. I believe Jeremiah the 50th chapter. Maybe that could be the case. All right, give me one moment. I'm blanking on this precept. Okay, Khan. Okay, I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars. This is what's been taking place over these last several years. The Most High has been flooding America, Babylon the Great, with these sleeper cells, UN troops, and all these particular things, man. Okay, a lot of these, they call them the jihadist groups, the Hamas, Houthis, Hezbollah, a lot of them are already over here. This is where these protests and shit, they trying to pretty much shut down life in America because, again, they don't see nothing being done about the tyranny, man. From Netanyahu. All right. And they're like, well, you people think you're just going to continue, living a good life and, going out having fun and and obviously, the American people are like, well, we don't have a say so on this. We're not doing it. It's the government, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, yeah, but they can't directly, go up and, attack the government, which they try to protest at the White House and shit. But it's going to get to the point to where, again, the Most High said people against people, man. Nation against nation, just complete division to where people are going to need a release. People are ready to crash out, man. All right. They're not going to wait till they can get their hands on Biden. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it's going to be to where people just start crashing the fuck out. That's the point we at, man. So you got all these protests and shit taking place everywhere. But here's the point. Jeremiah 51:14, it says, "The Lord Yahweh of hosts had sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee." So this goes into that shout, the protests, the riots, right? But it's going to also get what? It's going to get physical, man. You know what I'm saying? There will be not only just civil war, but domestic terrorist attacks. There will be attacks on American soils, which some could argue it's already been happening. Like with that Baltimore bridge, they went out and said, I believe it was a cyber attack that caused that. You know what I'm saying? Which it could have been an inside job, but, we can only go with, the narrative they push out, But we do know the FBI director warned that we're on a red alert, man. Pretty much like the highest alert in as far as another 9/11 type attack happening. Okay, and the reason is clear, right? So the fact that Iran has just launched that retaliatory strike against Israel, we got to see how they respond, man. But you can expect things to get a whole lot worse, especially heading into, the warmer warmer days when people out, doing a lot more activity. That's why they're telling people, look, try to avoid large gatherings. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where they'd be likely to do an attack. Okay. But yeah, that's the point. You look at this protest tracker. I mean, it says over 700 significant anti-government protests have erupted worldwide, man. This is the end of this shit, man. So everybody's fed up, everybody's crashing out, and at the end of this shit, you're gonna see yellow dots everywhere. Right. And I know there's been protests and shit in America. I mean, you've had protests going on right now. You have strikes, nurses going on strike, different people going on strike due to pay. So, it's really bad out here, man. But it's gonna get a whole lot worse. All right, because the end is manifest. So I'm gonna grab this verse 6, 2 Ezra 9:6. It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders, or Salaki, in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. So there's a lot of signs, a lot of wonders, a lot of strange things, and a whole lot more the Most High is about to show you people. Without a shadow of a doubt, you're going to know, yeah, this is it. You see what I'm saying? We're in the stages to where all hell is about to break loose, man. And you're going to know for sure, like, yeah, this is it. Things haven't been the same since fucking, before 2019, 2020. And they're not going to be the same, they're not ever going to be the same, man. We just had that next eclipse, which is going to just harbor in a whole lot more chaos, man. But anyway, that's the point. I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, Bashem Kakadash, DTA, Wah, Baba Ball. Shalom.